Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PS3 review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Condemned 2 Bloodshot, which if you've never played it before, it's pretty much similar to the first game but slightly different at the same time. It's not really a first person shooter, but this one is more of a first person shooter than the first one was. At the start you've got single player, multiplayer, which is something people rejoiced about because they always felt the first one should have it. Instant action's just again multiplayer. The Bloodshot Fight Club, which basically you get 6 challenges, except the first one's like practice and it's forced on you, and it's just like killing people and that, so standard challenge mode really. Options, which are the basic options really. Extras, which you can unlock extras just like in the first one, but they are pretty much just like in the first one, images and stuff like that, so nothing too wow-worthy. But anyway, if you've never played the first game, the whole point was you had to catch a criminal and like you went mad and stuff like that, and the second game is basically continuing on from there. The second game, to be fair, while it's continuing on from there story-wise and that, it's completely different. There are so many differences on this, it's unbelievable. Firstly, might as well start off with what's on the screen. Top left, you've got your energy bar. It's now in 3 segments, and you gain some of it back. For example, if you don't lose all your energy, then you will gain energy back. It's kind of like if you ever played Resistance, something like that. You'd get hit, and if you just stand around, then you'll gain back that block. Also, when you die on a section, if you come back, you'll actually have full energy. Because the first time I've done this section, when the first time I tried to do the review, I had 0 energy, died, restarted for the review, and now I've got full energy on it. Although, obviously now I've only got 2 bars, because I've had my ass kicked, kinda. But it's just one of them things that kind of makes the game easier, unfortunately, which I don't like. Also, obviously in the med packs, therefore, instead of just giving you a certain amount of health, the med packs give you 1 block. The melee weapons have changed on this one because now you can block with, like you could block with them before, but now you can block with them, and when you block with them, your weapons can get broken a lot easier because they can break overall anyway from overuse. So when you come up to a weapon, instead of telling you the block power and that, it now tells you the item's overall condition. So basically, if it's plus, then it means the other item's going to break a lot like later than the item that you're currently doing. You've also got the forensics, which has changed, so I'll just show this off here while I'm here. It's basically, the forensics on the last one, very basic, people complained about it. This one, it's got full-on examining. You've got to look all over the place, and it gives you multiple options. So this, I've found a hat. I have to see if it's a baseball hat, a ski mask, a policeman's cap, a fireman's hat, or a hard hat. So going around the side, I can see quite clearly it's a policeman's hat. So that's that then. I now have to find the second piece of information, which if she was telling us it, then I kind of missed it because of talking, so I don't really know exactly what my second piece of information is, but basically you've got to find all the bits of information that you're supposed to find, and you get all the options, and then you get rated as well. And obviously if you leave the evidence area like that, then you're pretty screwed. But you get rated on your performance with it, and that's something that didn't happen on the first one. So that's pretty cool about it, because it's the type of thing that it does add a lot more depth into it, and you've got to use, you've still got your tools and that, so you've got to use your tools and things. So just going to put the UV light on, see if it's something with the blood that I'm supposed to be doing here, because you can quite categorically see the blood, but with the UV light you can see it even more. So there we go, that's a blood pattern. I've got to see if it's an arterial splatter, exit splatter, slashing splatter, bludgeoning splatter, or impact splatter. Well, I can't really see why. I might know my answer, so to be fair, I think I might just intentionally flunk this because, as I say, they are like puzzles and I don't want to tip anything off. The police hat thing's pretty obvious, so I'm just going to lie and say it's a bludgeoning splatter. So there we go then I submit, and I got a good rating on that because it wasn't perfect, but I got a good rating. And oh my god, I've just noticed that door's 212. I swear I didn't set that up. I promise I didn't set that up. Some other things that have changed about the game is basically that you can now respond to people, and you get marked for how many times you do the responses. It basically comes up, you'll have to push X, you respond, stuff like that. There's also news reports going on around the place, and basically you've got to find the TVs and like watch the news reports, and again get rated on that. There's now sonic emitters, which I can't really see like what they are basically, but you'll find out by the end of the game. And you have to find the sonic emitters, that's what they are in the top right corner in case you were wondering. It means that there's one near us because you can obviously hear them type thing. And you've got to smash all them because you can now throw your weapons as well. which is pretty cool because it's pretty much how you end up smashing the sonic emitters unless you've got a gun or something. The gun combat, to be fair, is also one of the other things that have changed greatly. You can now reload your weapons. You can, well, pretty much reload. You can get ammo for them and that. There's all sorts of new weapons. There's actual proper gunfights in the game where you'll be fighting loads of enemies and where you'll be fighting with other police officers and that. So that's pretty cool about it because I like the changes that they've done to that. I don't personally like the changes where they've made the game easier. I do like the changes that they've done with the evidence. And I don't like the changes with what they've done to stop the game from being scary, because they are trying to keep the game scary, but they do it in a stupid way by adding monsters and that. And the first game was scary because it was humans and that, and crack addicts and things like that, which are scary. Now, these black tar monsters, they don't look scary, they don't sound scary, they're just not scary at all. And it's the type of thing that you think, well, why swap back? What is the point in swapping back from humans? Because we at least know that humans are scary. Monsters that don't exist, and I personally think it takes away a lot of the fear from the game, which is a shame because that was definitely the best part about the first one. I also think it's a bit weird how in this one, with the weapon I've got now, the bedpost, is actually apparently more powerful than a shotgun. Because when I had the shotgun earlier and I walked past the bedpost, it said the bedpost would do more damage than a shotgun. So I understand the game wants to promote the weapons part, but I mean, come on. Are you honestly supposed to believe that a shotgun is less powerful than a bedpost? I mean, I understand pen mightier than sword, but shotgun bedpost? A couple of the other things that are different about the game is basically the melee combat. You can do proper melee combats and finishing blows and that, and you can build up your bar in the top right corner and just stuff like that. And basically it's there for, like, to make the melee combat better, and as I say, you can do it now with your fists as well as just your weapons and that, and you can do these death scenes like that, which is pretty cool. So I like those changes, although they do take a little while to get used to. And these bits here where you're basically smacking the crap out of them. I know I've mentioned them, but I thought I might as well at least show them in proper and mention them more in greater detail. And the upgrades, basically, you can also get things like, well, as well as the stun gun upgrade and the brass knuckles and that, you can get body armour. I personally think this game is a bit of a letdown, with at the same time being incredibly, like, a hell of a lot better than the first one, because it fixes all the things that the first one had wrong with it, but then it completely gets rid of the scare factor. So overall, I'd say that the game's a bit of a letdown, but it is still a good game, and if you like the first one, it's well worth getting the second one. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.